Too, Matt. You smirk through the whole thing every day. You smirk through a genocide.
Thank you.
Just on the heels of Joe Biden's farewell speech, which we live streamed last night, which I would have to say unequivocally is the most lifeless, pathetic, lusterless speech I think I've ever heard in political history, where he talks about censoring social media. He talks about fact checking. He's mad at Mark Zuckerberg for copying community notes from Elon Musk. We have two reporters who were removed, one of them physically dragged out of Tony Blinken, Anthony Blinken, Secretary of State's press conference, his last one as Secretary of State today. I've got multiple angles I want to show this to, but here is the first clip. Just look at Tony's face when you hear Max Blumenthal call out. Check this out.
Even greater respect, even greater appreciation for you asking the tough questions, for you holding us to account, being on the receiving end. Sometimes that's not always the most comfortable thing, not always the most enjoyable thing, but it is the most necessary thing in our democracy.
Reporters in Gaza were on the receiving end of your bombs. Why did you keep the bombs flowing when we had a deal?
I'm happy to address questions.
We had a deal. Everyone in this room knows we had a deal, Tony, and you kept the bombs flowing.
I'm happy to address questions when we get a chance. Thank you.
Based order on the mantle of your commitment to Zionism. Did you want to finish? Why did you allow my friends to be massacred? Why did you?
I'm happy to address your questions when we get to questions. Thank you. Thank you.
You helped destroy all religion and Judaism by associating.
Yeah, I have a statement. Yeah, I have a statement to make. Thank you.
You waved the white flag before Netanyahu. You waved the white flag before Israeli fascism.
I look forward to taking questions when I get a chance to finish my statement. Thank you.
Your grandfather was an Israel lobbyist. Are you compromised by Israel? Why did you allow the Holocaust of our time to happen? How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? You too, Matt. You smirk through the whole thing every day. You smirk through a genocide.
Thank you. And thank you, Matt. Now, I've got a few more things to say, and I'm happy to take any question about anything, as we've done these past 4 years.
So this is, these reporters are referring to what happened in, the Gaza-Israel conflict. Obviously, Trump brokered a deal just yesterday after he issued that statement in that unannounced press conference a few weeks ago where he said, all hell will pay if they don't release these hostages. I'm just going to say all hell will pay. Well, they listened because he's a real leader. He's a boss. And they came up with a ceasefire yesterday. And then Tony Blinken tries to come to this press conference and essentially say that we enjoy you, the journalists. We thank you for asking the tough questions. And then, this guy gets up to say something that is absolutely 100% true and then gets removed. Now watch this. Check this out. Okay, so here's an actual angle of Max Blumenthal, some other reporter who was sitting down the aisle there, took this video. Check this out.
Bombs flowing. Why did you sacrifice the rules-based order on the mantle of your commitment to Zionism? Why did you allow my friends to be massacred? Why did you allow my friends' homes in Gaza to be destroyed when we had a deal in May? You helped destroy our religion, Judaism, by associating it with fascism. You waved the white flag before Netanyahu. You waved the white flag before Israeli fascism. Your father-in-law was an Israel lobbyist. Your grandfather was an Israel lobbyist. Are you compromised by Israel? Why did you allow the Holocaust of our time to happen? How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? You too, Matt. You smirk through the whole thing every day. You smirk through a genocide.
Okay, you hear Blumenthal say something about you too, Matt. You were smirking the whole time this genocide was taking place. He's talking about a woke reporter, a pundit, Matt. I don't even know who his last name is, but you'll recognize his face. You're going to see in this clip. He works for either ABC or NBC. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But Blinken, Secretary of State, he actually thanks Matt, almost saying the quiet part out loud, that the woke propagandist media that we've been talking about for God knows how long is in cahoots with the Soros, Obama, radical left hypocrite regime, the cabal. He says the quiet part out loud. It's amazing. Check this clip out. This is actually Max Blumenthal, who just got removed. And stick around. I've got Husseini, too, who gets dragged out. This is his perspective from his own camera. Check this out.
300 reporters in Gaza were on the receiving end of your bombs. Why did you keep the bombs flowing when we had a deal in May? We all knew we had a deal. Everyone in this room knows we had a deal, Tony, and you kept the bombs flowing. Why did you sacrifice the rules-based order on the mantle of your commitment to Zionism? Why did you allow my friends to be massacred? Why did you allow my friends' homes in Gaza to be destroyed when we had a deal in May? You helped destroy our religion, Judaism, by associating it with fascism. You waved the white flag before Netanyahu.
We'll have the time to take questions at the end.
You waved the white flag before Israeli fascism.
We'll have the time to take questions
Your
at the end.
father-in-law was an Israel lobbyist. Your grandfather was an Israel lobbyist. Are you compromised by Israel? Why did you allow the Holocaust of our time to happen? How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? How does it feel to have your legacy be genocide? You too, Matt. You smirk through the whole thing every day. You smirk through a genocide.
Thank you.
So you can see he gets removed, and that reporter, Matt, smirking. You know, he called it out right there. He was smirking. Now check out Sam Husseini. I got multiple angles of this as well. The first one, let's just look at the sort of broad CNN feed of him actually get kicked out. Let's watch that right now.
About Israel's nuclear weapons, everybody from the ICJ, I was sitting here quietly, and now I'm being manhandled by 2 or 3 people. You pontificate about a free press. You pontificate about a free press. You are hurting me. You are hurting me. You are hurting me. I am asking questions after being told by Matt Miller that he will not answer my questions until I'm asking questions. Wasn't the point of the May 31st statement to block the ICJ orders? You blocked the ICJ orders.
Please, sir, respect the process.
Oh, respect the process. Respect the process. Well, everybody from Amnesty International, to the ICJ, saying that Israel's doing genocide and extermination. You're telling me to respect the process. Criminal! Why aren't you in The Hague? Why aren't you in The Hague?
You know, I'm going to show another angle here. It's just so interesting to me that these guys keep talking about misinformation. They keep talking about how they value journalistic integrity and they value freedom of expression. They value the First Amendment. And yet all they seem to do is censor, suppress, drag out, boot, kick out anybody who dares to speak out against their whole entire policy, strategy, what have you. I'm not saying by showing this video, I'm not saying I'm in agreement with these reporters, but I mean, it just goes to show that why don't they just follow through with what they say? Why don't they just actually uphold the very things that they seem to pontificate about? He's right. They do pontificate. They pontificate about freedom of this, freedom of that. We're so proud of you journalists, and we're sick and tired of social media, independent media. But when you have actual journalists who are part of your essentially network and cabal of mainstream media who are actually telling you, dude, you guys are complete hypocrites, what do? They kick them out. Here's another angle. Check this out.
2 or 3 people. You pontificate about a free press. You pontificate about a free press. You are hurting me. You are hurting me. You are hurting me. I am asking questions after being told by Matt Miller that he will not answer my questions until I'm asking questions. Wasn't the point of the May 31st statement to block the ICJ orders? You blocked the ICJ orders.
Please, sir, respect the process.
Oh, respect the process. Respect the process. Well, everybody from Amnesty International. From Amnesty International to the ICJ, saying that Israel's doing genocide and extermination, and you're telling me to respect the process. Criminal! Why aren't you in The Hague?
I'd love to get your thoughts on everything. Let me know in the comments down below. One thing I know that is capital T true. I hate wars. I hate conflict. I think we should always do everything within our power to avoid any kind of threats or violence that involves our sons and daughters, that involves any human being's lives being jeopardized. And what I know is capital T true is Biden and the entire Kamala Harris, the entire regime, they had over a year to get this deal after October 7th. October 7th, 2023, over a year. And who got the deal? Who initiated and launched the art of the deal? The master negotiator, the boss, our president-elect, Donald Trump, who in less than 4 days is going to be inaugurated, which, by the way, we're going to go live. You got to subscribe. You got to follow. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have a live stream inauguration extravaganza. I promise you, you do not want to miss that. Over a year and a half almost. And no deal. Because nobody respects you. Nobody respects weak leadership. The American people have spoken. And we have spoken loud and clear, and January 20th can't get here fast enough. By the way, if you want your own original Nez Nation Patriot merch made in the USA, pin comment, show notes, and description. We got tons of stuff. Hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, fanny packs, you name it. Go check it out. We got multiple designs too. This is all original, made in the USA. Go check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Help us with our mission to make common sense go viral. All you got to do is tap that thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a thing. Do it right now, please. Share this with everybody you know and leave a comment down below. And then go check out these videos because I know you missed at least one of these videos. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's free. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.